Hey guys, thanks for coming to my question of the day today. Another Reddit question that popped up on my radar. This one has to do with encouraging problem solving in the team. Has to involve, that's literally the title of it. How to encourage problem solving in the team. This person writes, I manage a team of about 15 people with an attorney at law firm. I'm not an attorney, but in a high level role that helps me manage the team and our client relationship. Because of how our firm recruits, our team is mostly young professionals, many of whom are here for a year or two before law or grad school. It's hard to manage such a big team, particularly of people who are new to the working life and don't understand professional etiquette. But what drives the attorney and I totally nuts is how much we're interrupted. We pull very long hours and our team shows up at the door for the most random, insane questions. How do you do X in our database system? How do you fix Excel? How to respond to an email, etc. For many things, we have resources. We just don't look at them. It's frustrating. Oh no, they just don't look at them. We do. But they just don't look at them. It's so frustrating. It feels like a question pops into their head and they just show up at my door. To make it worse, our offices have glass walls. So while I can close the door, there's no privacy. Seriously, as soon as I make eye contact with you, they literally just open the door and walk inside. The difficult thing is that we really do need to be available to handle things like complex legal issues or escalations. But I would say most of the interruptions we have just aren't necessary and could be solved by either looking at a resource or asking someone else on the team first. So I suppose there are two questions here. One, how do I encourage people to problem solve before showing up at my door? And two, how do managers get alone time to just get work done? Well, so a couple things that we can do here. In the airport setting, I'm just thinking Air Canada specifically, they have what are called team leads. In the restaurant industry, we had floor walkers. These are basically people that have been with the company for many, many years or are very knowledgeable with most of the systems and processes, which make them a lead. So I would try to establish with 15 people, maybe 2 people that could be the go-to people on the floor. These are people that you rely on, that know the ins and outs. Start with that. So now if anybody has a question, you want to make sure, let's say you've got, let's be really original, Jack and Jill. So you've got Jack and you've got Jill. Somebody comes to your office, they have to speak with either Jack or Jill first. Was Jack or Jill able to answer their question? Hopefully they are, and now you don't have anybody at your door. Another thing is you may want to put a database of resources where people should go for answers. You know, as a law firm, I'm sure you've got tons of books and resources online. Can they do a Google search for such an inquiry? And the leads. So when somebody comes to your door, when they have a question, without giving them any answer, ask them, where did they go to try to find the information? See, I'm staring because it's awkward. Don't say anything else. Tell me where you've looked for the information. If they haven't looked, it's going to get awkward. If they say, listen, I checked online, I did a Google search, I talked to Jack or Jill, and they weren't able to help me. Well then, great. Now you have somebody coming to you with something that is outside of their scope. They've put an effort. If they didn't put an effort, turn them around, tell them where they should start, and let them figure it out. This would quickly, with 15 people, your new response will quickly go to everybody, and people will start to learn they better check where they're supposed to check before they come and see you. Now, how do managers get alone time? Yeah, okay, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. With glass windows or glass walls, it's going to be difficult. I would establish if my door is shut, that means that I have a very important assignment or whatever that you're working on, or you could be on a phone call because you say, you look up, you make eye contact. Well, these people have to know that you're not on a conference call. You could be on speaker. Maybe you're just not talking much. Maybe you're just trying to fall asleep. Anyways, so if the door is closed, then you're not to be disturbed. Unless, if the building's on fire, but it's glass wall, so you should see if it's on fire. But doors closed, do not disturb me. That said, as their manager or as their leader, try to have that door open more often than not, so that it's not always closed and you're never talking to anybody. Make the rounds. When somebody, when you go to the water cooler or you're grabbing a coffee, stop and see what people are working on. Ask them if they have any questions for you at that moment. If somebody was able to find something out without bothering you, give them a, I don't say give them a high five, but verbally give them a high five. Make them feel good about what they were able to accomplish without interrupting you. The other thing that you said here is that you have young people and they don't, people who are new to working life and don't understand professional etiquette. Maybe take a Friday afternoon or do it once, every Friday afternoon for the last hour, 2 hours of the workday and teach some professional etiquette. Help them get a leg up before they get to the law school or grad school. Get them involved in how an office is run, expectations. I think that would go a long way into helping your day, but it'll also make people feel more invested because they're really getting a lot more than just a job out of working with you. Anyway, if you guys have a question, hit me up in the comments below. I'd love to answer it. And yeah, have a good day.